Hello and thanks for joining me for something a little bit different for the channel today. So just for anyone that's come along here just for Magic the Gathering stuff, I'll leave some timestamps down below so you can skip ahead to that. But for my usual viewers, just to let you know what's been going on with the channel, you may have noticed I haven't been making that many videos lately. That's for a few things. It's been a really hectic year. I've been dealing with a lot of things. My mum's cancer. I've also been a little overseas holiday. And thirdly, I've been working on a side project, which is for my Magic the Gathering collection, which is what you're looking at the moment. And so basically trying to keep tabs on my collection. I usually use TCG Player. And there's a few problems with TCG Player, especially in Australia. So the first thing is that, well, it doesn't give you Australian prices. And I can't really find any good resources that give you Australian prices. Secondly, if I wanted to buy or sell cards on TCG Player, it's just not worth it because I've got to ship them over to the US or get them shipped from the US, and there's shipping costs between the US and Australia. It's just astronomical, so it's just not worth it. So the third reason, or the third thing, is so I'd use TCG Player just to make lists of all my collections, and you can see like all these binders. Each one of those is for a different set in Magic the Gathering. Still got plenty that don't have binders. They're all in these boxes. But I had a list for each set in TCG Player, and then I got a new phone, and it didn't transfer my lists across to the new phone. There's supposed to be a way you can download an Excel file and import it onto the new device. I wasn't able to get that going. I couldn't seem to save or download or export an Excel file from my old phone. So that meant I needed to catalogue my whole collection again. And so I decided that I would work on my own little project, which you can find at mtgdownunder.com. It is still a work in progress. Still got a lot of things to do, but basically this is it here. And so just for all my normal viewers, this is not going to become a Magic the Gathering channel. I will get back to my regular gaming videos eventually, but I'm only one person. I can only do so many things at once. There's only so many spare hours in a day that I can put towards something. So thanks for sticking around and staying subscribed, and hope that you'll stay subscribed long enough to get back into more gaming videos when I return to doing that, which I will do. But for today, just going to give a bit of a demo of what I've been working on. It's still far from finished, but okay. So it gives a basic card search. You can search for any card. I'm just going to pull up Scryfall here and just grab a random card. That'll do. So I'll just copy that and pop that in here. Do a search. Now, if I don't have it on my local, when I say local, on my website's database, it'll then go to Scryfall and fetch all the relevant information. You don't need to have Scryfall open. I'm just using that to get random examples of cards. and it'll pull up the data. It'll put that data into my database. It'll grab the prices. As you can see here is this is the Visions one, so that's $1, but it's converted to US dollars over here. So let's try and grab a different one that's got a few different copies. Yeah, this can be a little bit slow if there's a lot of printings, because this will bring up every printing of the card. If I spell it correctly. So 12 results, it'll take a little while. Now, if it is already in my database, but nobody's searched it for more than 24 hours, it will go back to Scryfall again, and it'll get updated prices. This log down here is mainly for debugging. I might leave it in there. It just gives you something to watch so you can see that it is doing something while we're waiting. But, I'm just on a cheap shared server at the moment. And this is not making me any money. This is all just money out of my pocket to put this together and host it and everything. So, as you can see, we've got foil prices. If relevant, there's foil prices. We've got double-sided ones. You can flip it over. If you want to see a bigger version, just click on the image. It comes up. All right. So, I mean, anyone can come along and just have a look and look up an Aussie price. Just because it's zero doesn't mean that it's worth zero. It just means that there's none on the market. So being a serialized one, I'm guessing that that is going to be a lot more than $0. So you just keep that in mind. And if you're wondering why there is euros there as well, is if there is no cards on the market in US dollars, it'll take any that are on the market in euros, and it'll convert it from euros to Australian. So anyway, if you want a bit more functionality, then you can come along and create an account. Just need to put in a username, a password twice, an email address, and it's not going to let you tick there until you actually look at the terms and conditions. So have a read through that, and then you can click go ahead and sign up. It will send you an email. That email will have a confirmation link in it, and that'll activate your account. So once your account's activated, you can log in, and I'll just log in with a test account that I made previously. And now once you've logged in, you'll have a new button that comes up, which is your profile and your lists. This will all be private, only you can see it. And you'll have a list here by default. There's no cards in it. You can create more lists. You can create as many lists as you like. But now if we go back to the search and search that card again, and this will come up a lot quicker because we've already searched it. We've got all the information. We've got all the images. Comes up straight away. So now we've got an option to add the card to our list. So we can add the foil copy or the non-foil copy, or both. Okay. And now we can go back to our profile and list page. See that we've got 2 cards in there. You can go to view our list, and we've got the foil and the non-foil copy there. We can add more copies of it if we want. Yeah, move and copy. that'll only become available to you if you have other lists. So if we go back to profile and lists, you can create another list. So let's say selling. We got buy lists, sell lists. I do plan on expanding these, doing deck lists as well. The order is just which order it'll be displayed in. So that will put it down the bottom by default. However, if we go out of that, so that's just something I need to tweak. We go back in there, it'll be up the top because its order is 0. Right. If this one was less than that one, it reorders it that way. Okay. So, all right. So now if we make this one our default list and we go back and we search for that same card again, it's not showing that it's in our list. That's because we've changed our default list. So this will add the card to whichever list is your default list at the time. All right. So what you can do if you wanted to, so we can go into our favorites list. And I got 5 copies of that. I only want to keep 1 copy of that and I want to sell the other 4. So we're going to go to copy, tick this, and we'll just move 4 of those. Now, if you've got more lists, we've only got the 2 lists here, so we're moving it from one to the other. But if you've got more lists, they will appear in this drop-down menu. So we don't want to copy it. We want to move them. Okay, so if we move them, they will move across. We've now only got 1 copy here. But the rest of them, the other 4 copies have been moved across to here. And because this is a sell list or a buy list, like this is just a market value. It doesn't take into account shipping costs and all of that. You can put your own price in here. And that's the total. Okay, how many cards we've got. All right. So what I want to do in the future is make it so that you can share these lists to other users and give you an option to contact other users for the purpose of trading your cards if you want. One of the other features I also want to put in is a feature for if you're looking for a local play group, because I don't know about anybody else, but my nearest LGS is about 4 suburbs away. And, it's not that easy to get out there very often. So I think anybody else in a sort of similar situation might be looking for a local play group. So I do want to sort of incorporate that sort of thing into it. But, yeah. Anyway, so that's what I've been working on. So I'll log out of there and I'll just log into my main account. As you can see with this one, I've got quite a few different lists here. It's only a small portion of my collection, but starting to get them organised in here. And got all my bulks moved into there. Any of my duplicate singles that I'm not interested in keeping, lands, all that sort of thing. Brewing up a commander deck in this list. So, yeah. So, anyway, that's a basic rundown of it. The other thing to keep in mind at the moment is that when you're viewing a list here, the prices that come up here are not necessarily up to date unless the cards within that list have been searched in the last 24 hours. That is something that I will be, something that I do need to tweak and update so that, as you can see, there's 1,000 cards in this list, so it's going to take a little while to load up. But anyway, as I said, it's still in very early development. I do keep a dev blog, so you can keep up to date with any updates that I do. And there we go. So anyway, that's just a little look at what I've been doing. Why I haven't been making any gaming videos, because this has been taking up quite a fair bit of my time. But if you find it helpful, or if you're not into Magic, then I will be back to making regular gaming videos once I've got this to a little bit further along the lines in development than what it is right now. So anyway, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.